Hello. On the 10th of November 2020, I ran a poll on my Twitter page to decide which piece of music I should write poetry to for the next month. Well, the winner of that poll was J.S. Bach's Air on the G string. And so here we are, 30 days later, and I have a bunch of poems written to this piece that I'd like to share with you. So, without further ado, here goes. Number 1. Each night I lay my lass to sleep, and feel the meadows of her care, and fall 1,000 kisses deep, and love her truly there. I gaze into her ocean eyes, and long for more than my sweet share, and pray we may materialize to love more truly there. I see the beauties of her cheek, drafted by her autumn hair. I kiss her into night, then seek to love her truly there. As night comes dragging off the day, I fix on my material prayer. 5 weeks, and then your cheeks will lay by mine, and love is there. Number 2. I came upon a heron's nest and smiled, till I was sure the fear of death had faded like a long-forgotten lore. I gazed with wonder at her, and felt my heart complete, and sat upon the cold, cold ground that swamped about my feet. I saw the drifting snowdrops, so tears grew on my eyes, to think how sweet I loved last year, to think she softly dies, like winter into summer, like autumns into springs. I thought where there was silence, a young thrush proudly sings. The catkins drip and dangle like my heart which is so sore, for I loved last February a girl I see no more. I stood and started walking through the frosty squints of day, sombre, calm, and gladsome, and time took me his way. Number 3. I haven't much to speak of. My prospects are as lonesome and hopeful and as hopeless as the waning strawberry moon, and my bank account is patient and my furniture so easy, and I'm glad to turn the news off when I eat my tea alone. But I'm happy when I think of this girl who loves me sweetly and treats me like a wonder when we talk late on the phone. For when she speaks, her beauty simply falls into my memory, and the perfume that she wears spin around their fragrant zone. So when I bring my worries into life and think of money, or our father with his problem, or the world's great dilemma and the hopeless hanging moon, I unlock my door, then enter and peruse my pictures of her, the precipice, the letter. I know the phrase, I love her. I hold her perfect hand, and I touch her knitted sweater, and tell her then I love her, not alone. But I haven't much to speak of. My prospects are as lonesome, and hopeful, and as hopeless as the waning strawberry moon. Number 4. Come, oh come, dear rubies and gold. Lay me in wealth, sleep me to ease, sail me onward over skies and seas, for I may grow cobby and angry and old. Come, oh come, and move me among the pleasures of life, the vineyards, the day, the luncheon in a cool Naples cafe, for I am so hungry, unhappy, and young. The sun shines dearly opposite there, the flowers unfold coquettish and stand season on end, and my hardened hand could tingle and trace the virginal air. My King Charles spaniel and my basset hound dream deep o'er love as the balcony's moon sends me to bed. For up again soon I'll rise like chaplain to books leather bound. My breakfasting past, 3 letters to read, 4 letters to write while time is free. My one true care is across the sea. I court desire, I lose my need. So come, oh come, dear rubies and gold, lay me in wealth, lay me in ease. Sail me onward over skies and seas, for I may grow cobby and angry and old. Number 5. Say a prayer for the student with nowhere to go, who longs for a lover he never can know, who falls into cracks we left to the right, who sleeps in the day and who weeps in the night. His candles are finished, his rosary beads are damp on the table. There's nothing he reads, there's nothing for no one and nothing beyond. A meaningless fish lost in a meaningless pond. Say a prayer for his mother who worries herself, who places all her pictures of him on her shelf when he left her, for she knows he's weeping alone. I wrote him a letter, I wish he'd answer his phone. The night comes so early, there's nothing to do but hope I can see it, love may shine through. If the world were forgiving, if the world wasn't cruel, there's 2 steps away from his cheap non-antique university stool. Say a prayer for the student who thinks he's been played, who thinks of his future, recoils afraid, who just needs a kind word or something to touch. He rings up his mother and tells her he loves her so much. Number 6. The places you found, each masterful word, I dare to approach but cannot afford. The lifetime you built, the art you pursued was great, well done. Now I have no food. I'm writing from home, I've only one friend. I haven't a clue how this'll end. I haven't a hope, I'm a desperate man. My pennies are precious, I eat from a can. My one friend may die and I will be left needing to write with nothing, bereft. I may take a job, then art will be gone. The father neglects the daughter and son. Number 7. You can't speak of beauty, you just do as you're told. Hamlet's down on the dusty street, but it's far too cold. And I wonder if John Lennon or Lord Byron or John Donne would write dishonest trifles for the praise of everyone, or rather push the boulder up and up the poet's mound, or simply swallow Soma and roll her to the ground. Surely every hand with a masterpiece inside would turn their back on England if she made the man decide, and sail unto a land of God to write for spirits there, to sing into the universe of here and everywhere, like Hamlet dances endlessly to no one on the square. Number 8. The air was loving me today. She wrapped me in one long embrace, and each direction was the way. A child's smile was on my face, and as I walked with merry glee and clambered over stiles and gates, this angry statement came to me: you don't cancel Yeats. My heart was light as feathered snow, my head was free and filled with hope. My lovely Lee was smiling too. I let my greater thoughts have scope, and I was gazing on the views, then I was thinking of the States. But now I read, they've got Ted Hughes, but you don't cancel Yeats. Number 9. Is it sunshine soft on your cheek, or the shimmers of hope in your eyes, or scars from the novels you read, or hurt from a decade of lies, or fear of 1,000 neglects, and the rainbow that never appears, or shackles of meaningless sex, or the unwept levee of tears. Name for me beauty, then tell me where she lives on the skin of your soul, how she pierced a girlish complexion to take the woman in whole. Then tell me my duty, then lay me in a passion we cannot control. Number 10. When the days are dark with my soul's defeat, could I count on you to let me weep? Or would you come when the night is bleak, to cure my heart and to let me weep? When the nights are long with jazz or rain, would you come to me and ease the pain? Would you come to me when time goes dark, and cure my heart and set me free? Could I count on you when the days are dead, to take my tears to soothe my head, to bring me love in a shower of lips, or a wind to save my desolate ships? When the days are dark with my soul's defeat, could I count on you to let me weep? Or would you come when the night is bleak, to cure my heart and to let me weep? Number 11. Today was the darkest day of the week. I wanted so much for you to send me a smile. It's easy to doubt when you're tired, when you come 3 times in a miserable way. I get so terrified when I'm hungover, so scared of the end of everything, so scared, overwhelmed by the brightness of nature, so scared of the teacher and what they might say, and everyone talking so loud. Send me a smile, send me a smile, and I pull tomorrow towards me. But tomorrow is mightier than I. Number 12. My heart was on fire, then my heart was on ice. I fell for desire, I flicked the device, and I longed for the kiss my lover would blow, and I aim but I miss. All things come and go. All cities are cinders, all people are lost. Some die for the diamonds, some haggle for frost, and it won't be too long now, the darkness doth grow, and I know I'm not wrong now. All things come and go. This street's for the living, we buy what we're told, and no one's too young here and no one's too old. The eyes are collecting, you know, so and so. It's lies and deflecting. All things come and go. At the lattice is nothing. At the ends of the line are 2 hungry black stallions, and they ain't benign. The morning is aching, and the time is in flow, and my heart may be breaking, or my heart may be snow, or a fire that's taking. All things come and go. Number 13. I only stumble my way through a verse, for I busied myself with darkness, and I couldn't think too hard about thee, those legs of thine that make me mad, those legs of thine that throb my word, and take my tongue to imagery, and allure me with their subtle touch, that draw me always into thee, for I wouldn't finish my verse. But now my verse is done. Let me glide my head between thy legs. Moan for me nothing of sense. Feel me drink an hour of beauty. Let me kiss thee an hour and lose thee. Let me enter thee slowly and quickly, and hold thee and wrap thee and love thee, and feel me hard as a passion, and fill thee with sexual crave, panting in love forever. A zenith of desire, unknown. Number 14. This is my time, This is my time, when I shall be ignored. I long to be misunderstood. I wish I were outlawed. I wish my lines were good enough. But I've 40 copies sold, and 30 are my friends, and the other 10 are old, and I wonder somewhat sickly when they're dead and friends are gone, if there'll be 200 books of mine waiting for no one. For now I sign a copy for my grandma as a gift, and long to leave the world like a summer leaving swift, and long for that enchanted calm. You know, I emailed 20 blokes. I've been watchful with my wording, I've been careful with my jokes, and I've checked my inbox every day, but never one reply, and I have to leave this country, which means I want to die. It passes, though, it passes, depression eats my skull, while culture goes down to the dogs, and I can't stop the pull of beauty unregarded. I'll take a job I hate, and it shall end. My life shall end. I don't know. I cannot wait. Number 15. When the dog of the night comes crawling in black, when he lurks in the shadows and grins in the back, and my life is begging for leaving, and my poor young heart is grieving, I call to the wind to be kind to my mind. I care not for hope I never can find, and I call on the wild to guide me, but I feel him walking beside me, when the dog of the night comes crawling in black, and he lurks in the shadows and grins in the back. Number 16. Rising like the Nile, I fall into your arms, and if it's true what they say, that the present and the past and the future are all one, well then I would choose to stay here for all directions of my time, and keep the vast activity of all in the glory found today. Number 17. Winter's clawing breath is reaching for the heart, and we have little left to save our lives. 3 or 4 discoveries, and then we've played our part. Some carpenters are cuckolds, some mathematicians' wives are poets in disguise. They try their hand at chess, they try their hand at drafts, they try their hand at war. Some reinvent the Zeppelin. I'm satisfied with less, and sometimes I admit I am satisfied with more. Our life is moving yonder. She whistles o'er the lake, and she is one delightful flash of love, and she is golden beauty, and though we feel too much the heavy hand of order, we can see like William Blake, with mortal selves swayed toward the finger-pointing crutch, and sempiternal hope toward the glories left above. Number 18. She held him with her sighing. In heaven and all the day he played, as all the creatures bound on earth are meant to play. Though flesh is drawn to power, her voice was sweet as love. So lighter than the flesh he danced, with words and thoughts above. Number 19. The piper touched his tunic and gazed toward the east, then gazed into the west, and wondered with intent which melodies exist, and questioned solemn-eyed and mad upon which shore. The piper played his music, the vermin fled, and peace with her garland came to rest. Love and be released, for apparitions live to unite the west and east, a renaissance to restore, an eon to forgive, and a wonder to explore. Number 20. I sing of the north, where I often have been roaming, by Arthur's bold white stallion on the moors of silent frost, where the green man lurks and haunts me, and the warm ale softly draws me, where poor Tom is flying freely, and the prisoners are lost. But I'm stuck in simulations, and dwelling with this grievance. Sometimes I'm too aggressive, sometimes I lose the way. So I'll sit and try to chant the phrase, I'll shake the beads and try to pray, I'll even rest upon her breast this night like winter's day. Well, I cannot start pretending, for the world is lunacy, and there is no sense in trying but for passing thoughts of joy. Tonight I cannot stray from the abyss, and yet her kiss, but the bruised genius who made us to destroy. No, I'll sing still of the north, and the echoes of my heartbeat, although it never matters where I've gone nor where I'll be. But this seems mighty vital to my soul, and I can't hide you from the purest part of me. For I love you, my dear Lee. Thank you for listening. And so we come to an end. 20 poems in 30 days, all written to this same beautiful piece by Bach, which, if I'm honest, I look forward to not listening to for quite some time. Please subscribe to the channel, and if you do want to support me, or you're interested in more of my poetry, or you'd just like to get a hard copy of something, then please check out my book of poems written during the 2020 lockdown, called Poems for Susan. It's available on my website. There'll be a link below, but the link is poetryfromtheshires.com/shop. Please everyone, have a lovely December. I'll be posting some more festive videos in the weeks to come. But yeah, I really appreciate everyone who watches these, and please consider supporting what I'm doing. It really does mean a lot. I'm not rolling in it, that's for sure. Anyway, take care.